So it is right around 2:45 p.m. on Saturday, December 10th, and unfortunately, I have to keep making these videos documenting unlivable conditions in my unit because the unlivable conditions keep happening. And the reason that the unlivable conditions keep happening is number one, an extremely ineffective management company that does not take care of issues in a timely manner, or that dismisses written notifications from tenants who they think are making up stories, or don't have enough credibility with them to merit having their concerns investigated. And then the second reason these habitability issues continue to occur is that the management company continues to rent to people who have severe behavioral and psychiatric problems that are not controllable and that are not being treated or monitored effectively. Consequently, these people's aggressive and harm-inducing behaviors towards other tenants continue. Case in point, there is a known psychopath slash cybercriminal slash sex offender named Jasmine Irizarry living in Unit 78 that shares a wall with my kitchen area and with my bathroom. The part of her apartment that shares a wall with my kitchen area and my bathroom is her bathroom, which is a tiny unventilated windowless space that is about 8 by 10 or something. It's tiny. And she spends hours at a time sitting in that bathroom for reasons that don't make sense to anybody. I mean, every time I tell people about this, they're like, why would she do that? Well, because she's not normal. Normal people have things to do. They don't want to sit in a bathroom, a tiny, dark, unventilated bathroom for hours at a time harassing people. But this person is a psychopath, and that's what makes her a psychopath. She does stuff like that. So I'm not familiar with her background. I don't know anything about her, but all I know is what she does against the wall that her bathroom shares with my kitchen area. And over the last hour and a half, while I've been trying to prepare some very healthy meals for myself in an effort to stay healthy with all of the crazy stuff that keeps happening in my unit, excessive heat, no heat, all kinds of disgusting, foul-smelling odors, high EMF levels that are so incredibly off the charts that the minute I walk into my unit after being out all day, I get this instant skull-cracking headache and these nonstop dizziness symptoms and nausea and all kinds of stuff. I mean, the EMF levels in that unit are probably off the charts. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to measure them with. What I do know is that when I go and stand in this area right here, which is a dirty rear stairwell that's about 60, 70 feet away from the psychopath's bathroom, I feel better. So I'm doing that right now because over the last hour and a half, I've had to come out here half a dozen times to get away from the skull-cracking EMF levels that are right around the area where I spend most of my time when I'm in my unit, which is my kitchen area and my bathroom and my bed. But my bed is like 4 feet from the kitchen sink, so that's part of the kitchen area. And going to stand in this area right here resolves the symptoms pretty much within just a couple of minutes. So that is a very telling sign that the high EMF levels are not happening throughout the building or even throughout the floor. They're happening in the area around the bathroom of the psychopath, who is also a cybercriminal. What cybercriminals do is they illegally and remotely access electronic devices and tamper with them. So law enforcement doesn't seem to realize this. Every time I talk to the police about hackers, they think I'm talking about unicorns and dragons. They're really stupid. They don't seem to realize that hacking is a real thing. I don't know what the deal is with the stupid police. I mean, not to knock them or anything, but they're living in the 1970s or something. They think that hackers are like imaginary. Anyway, this person is a hacker and she is able to tamper with electronics. And my theory is that she is emitting, she's causing normal everyday electronic devices to emit extremely high levels of EMF radiation. Your cell phone gives off EMF radiation, your router gives off EMF radiation, your laptop gives off EMF radiation, and if somebody can hack into those devices and tamper with the amounts of EMF radiation flowing through them, they can actually turn those devices into some kind of a weapon, to deactivate like the normal functioning and to make it do something it's not supposed to do. So I think that's what's happening. That's just my theory, but I do have a PhD level education in clinical developmental psychology and a master's level education in biological sciences, and I have co-authored over a dozen scientific studies during my 14 years as a research assistant at Harvard Medical School and my 5 years as an associate research scientist in the biotechnology and pharmaceutical industry. I do know what I'm talking about.